Now, this says, what is the derivative of the natural log? The derivative of the natural log is 1 over x. So if I want to take the derivative of the natural log of x over x, is that not quotient rule? So that f prime of x is, bring the denominator up times the derivative of the numerator minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator all over the denominator squared. So this is x times, what's the derivative of natural log of x?
X over 1. Or 1 over x.
1 over x minus natural log of x times, what's the derivative of x? 1 all over x squared. And of course you can simplify that. 1 over x times x is 1. We're not going to simplify it, but you can simplify it from there. Take it to the first step and leave it right now. What's this guy? Product rule, right? So that f prime of x is the derivative of the first times the second plus the first times the derivative of the second. So f prime of x, what's the derivative of e to the x? E to the x, natural log of x plus e to the x times derivative of natural log of x is 1 over x. And then, of course, you notice you've got a greatest common factor of e to the x. You can factor that out and put the remainder over a common denominator and all that kind of good stuff. So you can simplify it. Chain rule. So f prime of x, excuse me, is e to the blob, or s, I hate s's, times the derivative, so it's s of the blob. So e to the blob times the derivative of the blob. So it's e to the blob times the derivative of s is 1 plus the derivative of natural log of s is 1 over s. And then you can, if you like, in fact, if I set it equal to 0, e to the s plus natural log of s is never 0. The only thing that could ever be 0 is 1 plus 1 over s, which can't be because it's, yeah. You're adding two positives. Well, let's see. If s is negative 1, I guess it would work because you'd have 1 minus 1, which would be 0, yeah. So here we go. The derivative of the natural log of u of x is, this is chain rule, 1 over u of x times du dx. Or, in my world, the derivative of the natural log of the blob is 1 over the blob times the derivative of the blob. Derivative of e to the blob is e to the blob times the derivative of the blob. The derivative of the natural log of the blob is 1 over the blob times the derivative of the blob. So the derivative of the natural log of 2x cubed minus 5x plus 1 is f prime of x is 1 over the blob times the derivative of the blob. We're not done. 1 over the blob. And what's the derivative of the blob?
6x squared minus 5.
6x squared minus 5. Don't forget the parentheses.
You didn't say simplify.
We're not
You just
simplifying.
have to take the derivative
You have
of
to
the
take the
blob.
derivative of the blob.
That's not what it says.
So whatever the blob times derivative of the blob. Good news is, if I set it equal to 0, the only thing that can be 0 is the numerator, right? That's my critical numbers there. I don't know about the denominator.
So,